With new games on the market, old ones start to vanish. Some of those were legendary video games back in the day and managed to hold on to their fame many years after their initial launch. In this video we'll travel back to the year of 2012, when the sequel of the famous video game Far Cry 2 by Ubisoft was launched. Far Cry 3. Famous for the definition of insanity, aka Vaz Montenegro, whose voice and motion was lended by Michael Mando, this FPS action game was likewise as famous for its immensely beautiful graphics and the very much praised storyline. Next to that, it gave Ubisoft fame, next to Assassin's Creed 2 success, and caused the Far Cry series to grow so long as to finally reach Far Cry 6, its most likely last part of the sequels. But apart from all that, the actual question is Far Cry 3 actually still worth it in 2023? This is DGAI Game Reviews and welcome to another video. Reason 1. The way the story is being told is unique to this day. One may say, there are plenty of good games with great storylines out there, and there even had been movie-right games back in 2012, but Far Cry 3's simple way of telling the story in a straight, clear, and logic way made it an enjoyable, adventurous storyline. Playing the brother who never shot a gun and on whom the whole burden fell to save and find his friends and brother, gave players the feeling of being the hero. It was the player who turned this boy into a machine. Every tattoo gave Jason Brody strength and gave the weird sensation of having as a player everything under the exact control. Which made Vaz Montenegro the perfect villain to cause trouble in this perfect plan of saving the protagonist and his friends. Besides that, Far Cry 3 was one of the first FPS games to introduce a different storyline which had little to do with a great war. It was a battle of survival in which the player saw the whole story be revealed before his eyes in first person, all doing so with adrenaline-giving cutscenes, fighting scenes and emotions almost too real. It was like the player was in an action movie starring Tom Cruise. And even although it seems to be old and is supposed to be as such, the story, if never played before, is extremely interesting and exciting due to this wonderfully written storyline even to this day. Reason 2. A short action-loaded game with no overwhelming open-world map. We love open-world maps, where we can move around openly and decide what to do when and to discover a world with a nature we can only dream of. But even although many games these days have large or even huge maps, there's one problem many players have these days with such games: they cannot finish the story nor complete all challenges. It's simply too much to do. It even tends to start feeling like work as many of us gamers lack time. Now, a good solution for that would be a game to rest, but which still gives everything an action FPS game should. And Far Cry 3 is just the ideal. Reason 3. Even though an old game, the graphics are still a journey to behold. You're in a beautiful island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and its graphics are just perfectly representing the needed feeling for it. Although it's an aged game, it's unbelievable almost how greatly the details are being placed to immerse the player. The sounds, because that is what I'm greatly putting attention on in any game, are nicely fitted for the different sceneries. As such, they are different when you're located in the forest, while on the plains. For an old game, Far Cry 3 aged in graphics rather well. Reason 4, last but not least, Michael Mando aka Vaz Montenegro. Vaz Montenegro was and is a legendary character in the world of video games, and if not seen ever, worth a gaming session anytime. If you've already played this game, it's over 10 years ago, so it is time to honor such great acting skills which Michael Mando presented. Let us be honest, it was most certainly Vaz Montenegro who was the fame-bringing villain to Far Cry 3 and its future sequels, shaping the villain basis in the storylines for Jacob Seed, Pagan Minute and Anton Castillo. So there you have it, the reasons why we should all replay or play Far Cry 3 in the year 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, I'd be very grateful, and thank you for watching. This is DGAI Game Reviews and I'll see you in the next video.